Sup? Still fighting this cold. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Gotta get the mood lighting. So, interesting happened on the way to DC Worlds Collide yesterday. Apparently, there was a bug. I put it up on my Discord and on my YouTube channel, in the community tab or whatever, where they announced. I mean, it was coming out anyway, so they announced Kyle Rayner. They were adding his stuff to the game, and I guess it was just some kind of weird bug for 15, 20 minutes that I just caught a hold of. Yeah, goes right back to that whole, and I'm not gonna go into. I'll mention it several times in snarky little remarks, but I'm not gonna go into the how remarkably annoying and obnoxious not knowing when characters gonna come out is. I'm not gonna do it. It just further makes me not want to spend money on the game. But anyway, there's that. The excitement of it is kind of dead to me because of how it was done. I mean, it's just plopped in your lap, so who gives a whatever. But yeah, I'll be excited, I guess, and play with them and have fun or whatever. But same thing as before. You did it unexpectedly. Couldn't save up, couldn't do anything else, so I ain't spending no money on this. Anyway, and I think I have my guarantee counter up to a certain level. I'll farm some stuff around the game. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't. Blech. All right, so there's that. Also, they have the new artifact. I've already picked up the new artifact, which is, I don't know how to feel about it. The fact that it's epic seems like it's pretty mediocre for what supposedly is an epic artifact. It inflicts like at the beginning, 2 stacks of poison. The bearer takes 20% less damage from basic attacks. Okay. From basic attacks, that's okay. Why not just overall? Whenever the bearer uses their ultimate nightshade perfume will cleanse one stack of a random debuff from them. All allies will also be cleansed of seduce. Sup, Gabriel? The hell is seduced? Like that is literally a buff that's specifically designed for one of the 4 Crisis Watch. And we don't, to my knowledge, right now, don't have a character that puts out seduce. Maybe we will. Maybe that's in the next set or next season of characters, but so what's up, Robert? I haven't seen you in a minute. I guess you've been missing my midnight showings. Anyway, so I decided to get on today because this morning, just busy morning, had to start work early, so didn't get a chance to get to it. I'm gonna do a little bit today, a little bit of the stream today. I kind of want to do a video on Kyle Rayner, but the more I look at it, the more irritated I am about it. So I'm not. I'll pull for him tomorrow. When he does come out, and I'll do a video on the pulling of him, I guess. I kind of want to read through his kit, so I'll do that now on the stream. As you can tell, I'm not super excited, but again, it's about how they released it. Come on, let me come on and rant about it for you. Like, bruh, Seduce better be a leak for a Schumacher movie season. Like it's one of those. Okay, so Nightshade is okay at best, I think, in terms of artifact. How is epic and not elite? Whatever. Okay, honestly, I know how it's epic and not elite because they gave you this as well. They give you this 15,000 HP. You get damage amplification for 10% on the character that's wearing it, and then poison damage amplification 20%. That's the next level, rank 2, and then rank 3 is this thing. Really, they literally just want you to put this on Swamp Thing, that or Penguin. So those are the two. Please, I still watch the streams and videos. It's just been later. I know, no. I'm gonna tease you a bit. I'm gonna tease you though. But it's like, dog. How do I put this? I was excited for the artifact. It's meh at best. It's epic. Okay, cool. Whatever. It goes well on Swamp Thing, except for the fact that Swamp Thing is squishy as hell. I guess I'm going to figure out some way to make him tankier. Heard that he performs better at rank 9, rank 10, but no, characters perform better at rank 9 and rank 10. That might be partially where I am in the game from PvE perspective, that I just need rank 9 and rank 10 characters now. He is one of the first characters that goes away from the poison team for me, despite the fact that he puts out so many poisons, just because he is soft. You put this on him, he gets more HP, not more defense, which, by the way, I had the defensive thing on him, the defensive artifact, which was supposed to help him with his damage on his ultimate. Didn't really matter, because no. So I put this on him and get an increase in HP. That ain't going to be... Like, I mean, what are we getting out of this? That's fine. Mid is too good. Yeah, it's mediocre at best. Yeah. And so it's like, all right, I've saved. I didn't spend any resources on it. Not really. There was that golden orb that I used to pick it, but there's limited artifacts in the game anyway. Ranking them up, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but it's kind of like it's an eventually thing. Chronos Battle Gauntlet artifact suits best for how or new upcoming Rayner. I have it on John Stewart right now. Anyway, so it doesn't. It's okay. It's all right. It puts out 2 more poisons at this rank. I'm not doing backflips over it. He already puts out 1 poison in one of his passive abilities, so it's all right. I don't even know if it's worthy of a video at this point. Then I'll read through Cal Rayner, but I am less than excited because, again, like I said, they did it with the Aquaman thing. He better be a damn good character, but you told us 12 hours before he's supposed to be released. You even screwed up this whole map thing that you did because it got released late. Like this whole guess the character BS that you guys do. Where is it? Mystery character. All 3 of these are completed because you put this out 12 hours ago? Like, not 12 hours ago, like yesterday? So, and then when you put it out, it was buggy. And now, what? The 3 clues that we're supposed to guess, I got to guess 0 of them because the bug just had nothing but blank text. And I guess I got all 3 of the 50 diamonds I was supposed to get. I don't know. And then it's, hey, check out this new character. Debut. Yeah. Too bad we didn't tell you this a week ahead of time or 2 weeks ahead of time so you could have saved up super encrypted tokens, made plans for it, and. So I'm ranting here. I'm not going to put it in no damn video because all you get is a bunch of like brown nosing corporate shields who are going to come out and be like, that's how games work. No, it doesn't. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's the reason why their revenue is steadily decreasing every month. Yeah, everything's at text. Like what? Yeah, And here's the thing. Those are issues that happen in the game. Those are issues that are totally fine. However, it's one of those, if you had, for example, on your website, put up a thing that said, guess the new character, and then you put this, image with just a silhouette, maybe change the colors to black and white or something, and did that like a week ago, then when it gets released in the game as a bug, we wouldn't be irritated because we would have been like, and I'm stealing directly from DC Legends. We'd have been like, oh, look at the silhouette. Who is it? And we would have guessed. We would have gotten excited. That's Kyle Rayner. No, it's not. It's Indigo 1, which this is not ever going to be Indigo 1. But like, oh, no, that's not Indigo 1. That's Saint Walker. And then we would have been able to get hyped and excited. And, oh, there's a new legendary coming. Let me plan for it. He's going to be a lantern. Blah, 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 blah. BS. But what you did was you did a stumble into, I'm trying so hard not to curse right now. You did a stumble into a release of a character that a ton of people actually love. You screwed it up. And because of the way that you communicate with people, aka you don't communicate with people, because of the way you do that, nobody gives it, you get no grace. You get no benefit of the doubt because you do in a trash manner. I'm going to self-censor myself because the words need to come out, but y'all know what words I'm saying. DC Legends is so good at the marketing of who's coming next. Yeah, so good that they forget to do it. Like, it's a no. And I'm excited about him, or I wanted to be excited about him. I did. I like Kyle Rayner. He was one of the lanterns that I actually like. And the more and more I think about it, there's so many lanterns I like. I just don't read the comics. And actually, I think really the only lanterns I don't like is a much shorter list, and that's Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner. But yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying, and it seems like we're not asking for much. And maybe instead of like, I don't know, reformatting your store to be, I guess, I don't know, prettier is not making anybody want to buy stuff. Adding diamonds that we can watch still. We increased it from 10 to 20. I still have not watched an ad for this game because 20 diamonds, I'm not wasting 20 seconds of my life, 30 seconds of my life, or for those craptastic ads that are like a minute and try to demand that you play the game. I'm not playing your crappy game. That's why you have ads for it. I'm not doing that stuff. Your game is dying because those ads are a telltale sign of a game that's dying or damn near dead. And maybe they last for a year or two, who knows? But and here's the thing. You can say it feels like a cash grab, but it's a stupid way to get a cash grab. Come steal our money. Come steal our money. You know how many people would put down money on guys? There's still going to be people who do it. The people who are still in the game because the game keeps losing popularity every month. I wonder why. There's still people going to put money down for Cal Gardner. Or Cal Gardner. Wow. Cal Rayner. There are people going to put down money for him. There's still some outright just, I guess we call them Rayner heads. That sounds weird, but kind of cool. There's just some guys out there who are Rayner fans who still play this game and they'll put cash down and. But you're losing members of your player base because of how crappy you are communicating with your player base. And you're putting all these extra BS things in there like ads for diamonds to try to generate some kind of revenue for the ones who are left, and it's people who are just continually to leave. This here is going to frustrate more people than add more people. DCU being linked to a BS HBO Max subscription. HBO Max got y'all. Lost fans off that. And then what's going to happen is Kyle Rayner's going to come out now. And we already know what's happened. We just don't know who's next. Kyle Rayner's going to come out tomorrow, right? Then they're going to put Dr. Fate or Hammer or give me another one. Deathstroke. Or they damn sure wouldn't do Supergirl. Nobody wants Supergirl. They're going to put some kind of other legendary like 2 days after the fact, after they assume people have spent a lot of money on Kyle Rayner, as the next, like, yo, this is the next legendary you wanted. I know we didn't tell you it was coming, but we're doing it now. And it feels like a cash grab, but it feels like a cash grab in the most aggressive, we are two thugs walking into the convenience store of a mom and pop shop and saying, uh-oh, I guess you better buy insurance from us, as they knock chips off of the shelves. Like, it's not even clever. That's what I mean by those thugs who are walking into the convenience store, like trying to bully, two immigrants who came over 20 years ago and just built this little convenience shop so that they can like start a life for their family. They're not clever. They're bullies who just want to take your money and will get stumble bummed and fall out of the store because they're not clever enough to think of anything better. That's the kind of cash grab this feels like. You want to really get cash out of people. Like, I want you guys to get money. I want you guys to take my money. But stuff like this makes me just go like, I'm spending less. No, I'll spend less. I spent some money this month too, and now I regret it because of this. This makes me regret it. I have Dr. Poison coming up at rank 10 because I just pulled enough for her to go to rank 10. And I'm like, that just steals all the excitement from me. Like, it's just, people are quitting every day and in droves. And I don't think, like, seriously, look at this. You know who doesn't have this? Marvel Strike Force. I don't know if Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has this or not. I'm pretty sure they don't. Maybe they do. Maybe more games than I expect do. I don't remember it being in Raid Shadow Legends. Whatever, dog. What do I know? DC Legends, they started doing that like a year, 2 years before the game died. But what do I know? Blends into the green screen. Sup, guy? So yeah, it is frustrating. I still like the game. I love playing the game. It's just the people who are managing the game are not doing a great job at managing it. I'm not used to being on when I wake up instead of before I go to bed. Yeah, it was a busy morning. I had to start work early this morning, and I'm basically burned out. My brain is done. So I was like, let me stream a little bit. I was gonna come on here, try to be happy, and I said I was not gonna rant about the Kyle Rayner thing. I said I wasn't gonna do it. What's up, Daryl? I said I wasn't gonna do it. I said I wasn't gonna do it. I said I wasn't gonna do it. And then I looked at it and I was like, fudge, I'm doing it. And it's not even a real rant because it's one of those. It's not even a rant out of anger. It's just a rant out of like futility. They said they were going to communicate better. They did that one communication one time 2 months ago and haven't done a damn thing since. Not anything that's worth a damn outside of buy more rubies. They advertised that. They told us about that. They reminded us of that. Great communication. So I'll still play. It is what it is. I need to go to Chaos Zero Nightmare. I need to start playing that game. And then there was another one somebody suggested. And maybe I'll start putting those online. But like, as far as DC Worlds Collide, I was talking to Jordan the other day. He ain't messing with this game anymore. And he was one of those guys who was wailing out in this game. And it was like, seeing the revenue dip like this, seeing like, because those guys who do spend that much money, they do check revenue and stuff like that. I'm not going to drop tons of money into a game if the game looks like it's not healthy and isn't going to survive the next 6 months to 12 months. That's a poor investment. Even if it's just for fun, it's a poor investment. Why wouldn't I invest in a game that's going to last for the next 5 years? Let me find one of them. PSA, for the purchase of the 5K rubies a day, you would own a game that will never getting knowledge as well as being led to believe it will continue to have leagues intact. Yeah. You know what I bought that was awesome? Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That thing cost me $3. I have gotten so many hours of joy out of this game. And now they have, or not now, but now that I know, they have downloadable content where I could play the Dragon Ball Super series, Super Saiyan God level, all that other stuff. And I'm so excited. Like when I'm done with this, that's what I'm going to go do. And yeah. And it sucks because I think the game is really, 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 really good. I really love the game. It's just horribly managed. Okay, anyway. So it is what it is. That's my rant on it. It will not be a video. I'm sure there's going to be some tool who's going to get in the comment section of the stream and be like, shut up. Your opinion doesn't matter and you will be blocked. So yeah, it's just irritating. It's frustrating. Let's read through his kit. Because maybe it's fun. Maybe it's good. But let me tell you what's not going to happen. My wallet being opened. The game is fun and good. It is. It is. And lack of communication and them looking like they're blatantly just going for a cash grab real quick. Honestly, the way that they're operating right now is I would not be surprised if this game is dead already and they're just trying to pump out as many characters and items that they've already created in time to get some more cash and kind of maybe get back into the black before they close the doors. Because this doesn't, maybe not, maybe I'm being dramatic or whatever, but this stuff here where it's just, look at how it was implemented. Text. It looked like a scratch CD. That when you hear a scratch CD, that's what it looks like to me. Okay. Anyway. So yeah. Chaos Zero Nightmare. I got to start working on that game. Even though it's a PvE game that's not quite like this and it's going to be weird for me to do. It's just going to be you guys watching me play a video game and being like, man, that's crazy. No tutorials really are to talk about like different strategies and techniques. Like with this one. Sucks. But here's the thing too, for those of you who say, I hope to God I am wrong and this game lasts for another 4 years. As many videos as I put up on YouTube, you think I want this game to be dead? I'm saying all this stuff because, and I'm even saying it now just to you guys, but I was saying all that stuff earlier because the passion that you get from a community who likes a game a lot We're bitching because we want the game to survive and be there around as long as possible. That's why we're complaining. Because we want to be like, look, there's some stuff like, oh man, this person should be an epic. Oh, this person should be an elite. That's just in-game stuff that we're just going to debate. That's just what it is. Things like releasing characters without letting anybody know, releasing outright mediocre just stuff. Even that's not even that bad. But like the lack of communication, the disregard for the fan base, not caring about your player base, it's just like, whatever. Anyway, so Kyle Rayner. Oh, that's my dishwasher. I was like, who's beeping? People don't know what CDs are. Oh, damn, I forgot. Yo. I forgot. Yeah, we are old. Damn. Oh, my God. I was thinking about that. Okay, we're not going to go into this. We're not going to go down this road. We're not going to go down this road. But yeah, people don't know what CDs are. My daughter did not. I was talking to her about it. She did not know what a CD was. I wanted to cry. How do you not know it? Okay. Well, I know how she doesn't know. She's 9, but like CDs weren't a thing a decade before she was born. We were already on MP3s. And don't say an MP3 now, because I don't know why, but saying MP3 makes me feel older than saying a CD. I don't know what it is about that. Remember mini disc players? I had one of those freshman year of college. Jesus, that was a terrible technology that didn't last. Anyway. 8 tracks. Don't start. I ain't that old, Daryl. Damn. You make it sound like I'm riding around in a deuce and a quarter. What you mean? I ain't got no Oldsmobile. What you talking about? A 8-track tape. Come on now. Jesus. Make it sound like I got linoleum on my kitchen floors. Chill out. Hey, what's up, Argent? Damn. Like we sitting here with a microwave in my house that we're not allowed to be near because it's going to give you radiation poison. Chill out. I got an air fryer. And bosses like Raid Shadow Legends, then I think it would be a lot better. It's not even that, Naruto. And thank you for it's not even that. It's those are things that come into games as the player base grows and as the game goes on further and further. So like, if it is, how do I put it? First 6 months. We're in the first 6 months period still, right? These are the basic elements of the game. You put this out, you grow the player base. It's almost like a proof of concept thing, because once you see like, oh, this generates a good amount of revenue and we're making a profit, then you could take some of that profits and reinvest it into the game so that you can expand the game further. So you have people who are like playing the game. And then it just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. I'm using Marvel Strike. I can use Raid Shadow Legends, right? You start off with your base 100 characters, right? They didn't have dungeons and bosses like that when Raid Shadow Legends first came out. Sorry for the snap in the microphone, my fault. They didn't have that stuff at first in Raid Shadow Legends. If you look at the Raid Shadow Legends like structure itself, you can see where they started adding in things to the game. And basically, as it started off like this with, you have your PvE, you have your PvP. They have like a PvP elite arena, a regular arena. They have a little victors arena, which nobody understands. Then you have your main story, you have your system recovery. Boom, there's your basics, right? There's a whole thing I'm missing on like convergence and all this stuff, but there's your basics. Then you have your digital universe, which is an ever expanding thing. What they very much could be doing is, okay, so we see this is making some money. We got some profit. Cool. We've got some digital universes that we put out as like regular events once a month. Okay, cool. Now what we're going to do is those digital universes that we put out once a month that you've only seen once, we're going to slot those into like a subsector of like parallel digital universe, where those things that were only once a month, one things you can knock out, we're going to put that content into the game for new players to get a hold of it. That way, the new players, they're like, damn, there's so much stuff to look at. Oh, you old school mid-game, end-game players who've been in there for a year, let's go ahead and add a mega boss. We're going to go ahead and add Darkseid. Darkseid's planet. I can't remember, Apocalypse, right? Right. Apocalypse with I think it's Apocalypse. Anyway, we're going to add Darkseid and Apocalypse. This is going to be, like, to your point, the dungeons thing. This is to satisfy the in-game players who are kind of getting old with the whole PvP thing. We've done all of the PvE content multiple times. We're kind of just stuck in the PvP mode. Oh, they're giving us another game mode, dungeons. what you do is you have 5 sectors. You battle one of each of the Furies, Granny Goodness, and then Dark Side. It's a joint venture. So everybody does damage on each one, kind of like the Steppenwolf thing, right? Kind of like that. So now you have this thing where you're exploring through and you're going through, taking out each one. And you're doing it as a group, as an alliance, or you're doing it solo, whatever. But the thing is that you have to make the profit first and use this quote unquote proof of concept game to say, we got profit, we're going to reinvest it into the game. And now we're going to hire some more developers. This team of developers is strictly going to work on the Dark Side project. Okay, cool. Dark Side project was a success. We're getting even more profits. Our fan base, our player base has grown by 15% in the last 3 months. Okay, cool. If we get to a growth of 40% in the next 9 months, we'll add another game mode. That's how you build it, because you can't, truth be told, all this stuff takes money, time, effort, people, whatever. So the first smaller team is going to build this stuff. And then once you prove that it's making money, then your company's going to be like, oh, hell yeah, y'all making money. Let's give you more money to make some more of this money. But when you're like, oh, you're losing money, you need to show us you making money or we shut this project down. Okay, well, how are we going to show that we're making money when our revenue is dropping by like anywhere between 20 and 40% every month? I don't know, add some ads. You want to add ads to watch to a player base that's shrinking. That ad revenue isn't going to be good enough because the player base is shrinking, so the people who are actually watching the ads aren't there. Anyway, so yeah, to your point, that stuff would be cool, but they're not even getting the basics right now. Well, no, they have the basics right. They're not getting like the marketing and the promotion and that stuff of the game. They had one ad in front of a Superman movie. That was it. And then they screwed that up by tying it to a HBO Max subscription to get Superman DCU. Whatever, dog. But what do I know? Anyway, communicate with your fan base, your player base, if it isn't already too late. Maybe that's why they're not communicating anymore, because it's already too late. All right. So, White Lantern Kyle strikes at the enemy, dealing 85% of attack as a superpower damage. This immediately makes you think of Mr. Terrific. Damage increased to 95%. Kyle receives 1 stack of Frantic for 2 rounds. That's pretty good. And then Frantic duration increases to 3 rounds. So you get 1 stack. So you get a 10% increase in crit. Whoop-de-doo. But that is the basic, so let's be fair there. Counter defense. If an enemy target's HP is lower than 50%, increase damage by 15%. That's a passive. So the rest of the stuff is passive. So he's very much like Hal Jordan. 1 basic, a bunch of passives. Okay. When Kyle defeats an enemy, he permanently gains 10% critical damage. So there, he's a guy who wants to, well, they did say crit up here. So if he beats the enemy, he gains 10% critical damage up to a maximum of 30. Ain't but 5, folks. I guess this is going to be good for the Parademons thing. Core decisions always screw the pooch. If it's ego and you're like, oh no, this way is going to work, and you keep trying to hammer it in and not like go by the experience of how other games failed or succeeded. You can look at your Marvel Strike Forces, your Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you can look at your Raid Shadow Legends, all those games, and steal from their success and say, what did they do that was good, and then do that, i.e. communicate and have a website that's very active so that you can put out news. Therefore, your content creators can be like, hey guys, get excited, watch this. Or people can ignore me and the other content creators all together and just go to the website and read the blogs. And be like, and actually get excitement. Build excitement for the things that are coming out. Just don't dump stuff in people's laps. Whatever, dog. It's like dinner. It's like breakfast. You get excited for a good breakfast when you wake up in the morning at your grandma's house. Shout out to grandma, rest in peace. The best thing about my grandmama's house, wake up in the morning, smell them sausages and them grits on the stove. Smell that bacon, smell them eggs. And I'm like, man, I'm finna eat good. Oh, we finna eat good. I'm 8 years old. Like, let's go. I'm trying to hurry up and get to this kitchen. Get them grits. Let me crumble up this sausage patty into these grits. Let's go. Get people excited first. Don't just dump stuff on them. Whatever, dog. Anyway, sorry, I'm trying not to rant. I'm trying not to rant. Any news on Hal Jordan? I know he's more of a paid character, but I've always liked the Lanterns, and a full team would be cool. Well, I think if you go by that, and people have been asking for Hal, and they do have the new Lantern series coming out. If this is any indication, White Lantern Kyle Rayner, what's gonna happen is 2 days into his event, they're gonna do a banner for Hal Jordan. And then they're going to be like, oh, remember how you spent all your super encrypted tokens on Kyle Rayner? Here's Hal Jordan now. Give me your money. So thankfully, I already pulled Hal Jordan. Hopefully. I don't know. This is going to be maybe a jerky thing to say, but to each their own. I don't have anybody that I'm really like trying to pull for in terms of legendaries. Like if I get more stuff, cool. What I would be very, very tempted to do, just so you guys know, is the second Kyle Rayner gets released, check that calendar, see where it's at. When you see where it's at in terms of like it's going to be over in like 5 days, 6 days, I would not pull for Kyle Rayner until like the last 2 days, because I am assuming there is going to be another legendary dropped in the middle of his thing, like they did with the whole Aquaman. I think it was Aquaman and the Bride. Yo, someone knows this. When they had Aquaman come out, in the middle of it, they plopped in either an epic to pull or I think it was a legendary to pull. I cannot remember to save my life right now. But when Aquaman got released, they put another legendary right in the middle. It might have been Deathstroke even. I'm tempted to go back through my stream and like look, because I was like, so you just dropped one in without even noticing. So if you want Hal Jordan, Naruto, my argument would be, this is the middle season drop. Yeah. So, hey, what's up, Trooper? This. I think if you really want Hal Jordan, and I have no inside knowledge. Clearly, they don't talk to anybody. Cyborg. I think it was Cyborg. If you're looking for Hal Jordan and they're doing a Lanterns type deal right now, I would argue he's gonna be around for 7 days, 5 days, whatever they decide to do. Don't pull him on the first day. Wait until like the end of the event. You pulling all your super encrypted tokens at the very end or the very beginning isn't going to make much of a difference unless they have one of those calendar things up. Then do the bare minimum, right? Save your super encrypted tokens. There's going to be a legendary in the middle of this because they're trying to cash grab you. Just wait. I should probably make a video on this. Just wait. Hal Jordan will probably pop up in the middle somewhere, and then pull it. And then if I am 100% wrong, what did you lose? You waited 3-4 days to see if another legendary was going to pop up in the middle like they are wont to do to try to grab your cash. Chill. Wait a minute. Hell, look, because I'm going to pull him day one anyway. Wait. Maybe I get him, maybe I don't. Maybe I get him, and maybe I'm like, man, he is trash. Don't even worry about pulling your super encrypted tokens. Leave it alone. Leave him alone. He's so terrible. Or maybe he's the next god level Aquaman. Who knows? But to me, if you want Hal Jordan, I think they're going to put Hal Jordan in the middle of this thing. Or am I crazy? You guys tell me, am I crazy? Anyway, additional damage increased to 20% if Kyle Rayner uses his mechanized armor construct to defeat an enemy. It will cause superpower damage to all enemies equal to 40% of excess damage. The hell? Hold up. All right. If an enemy target's HP is lower than 50%, increase damage by 15%. Okay, so they need some damage already. When Kyle defeats an enemy, he permanently gains 10% critical damage up to 30%. So not crit rate, but crit damage. So he's hitting harder when he crits. Additional damage increased to 20%. If Kyle Rayner uses his mechanized armor construct to defeat an enemy, it will cause superpower damage to all enemies equal to 40% of excess damage. Does that make sense to y'all? Hold up. Additional damage is increased to 20%. So so increased damage. Okay. So this thing increases damage to 20%. All right. So regular old damage increased to 20%. Got you. If mechanized armor construct to defeat an enemy, it will cause superpower damage to all enemies equal to 40% of excess damage. So equal to 40% of the excess damage. So if I do an overkill, it'll be 40% of the overkill. I think he is actually. I think he is wearing his ion suit. If I remember what the ion suit is correctly. Okay, let me just keep going. Light of Life. When other allies landed critical using a basic or advanced attack, Wonder Woman, Judo Master, on their turn, Kyle Rayner heals HP equal to 50% of his attack and advances his progress on the action bar by 6%. This is an awesome ability. This will be the reason to pull him. Because I could run him then with Red Hood, who is falling way the hell off. What's up, Holy Tic Tac? I could run him with Red Hood, who's falling off completely, basically. Zatanna, Judo Master, Wonder Woman. Those would be the ones right now that I would run them with. Stir Crazy. Shout out to Pryor and Wilder Duo. Oh, wow. Talk about a throwback. Did you really go Pryor and Wilder? What was that other movie that they did together? It wasn't Perfect Strangers. It was, it's not Buck Baxter's Millions. That was Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. That was Dan Aykroyd, right? No. Oh, man, it was Wilder and Pryor. What movie was that? What's up, AG? It's been a while. Really has been. I've been begging for a Hal Jordan banner and got Kyle Rayner. No. This was the thing I was just saying. Rewind what I said by 10 minutes. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I will do a video on Kyle Rayner and tell everybody not to pull for him. And then there'll be your clickbait title. Don't pull for Kyle Rayner. And I'll release that tonight. See what happens. Yep. Okay, so here we go. Increase healing to 65%. Increases attack bar progress to 8%. Increases healing to 80%. Increases action bar progress to 10%. Hear no evil, see no evil, do no evil. Oh wait, that is it. But hear no evil, see no evil. That's right. That is the movie. I need to Google that. That'll be a fun weekend movie. I think that'll be a fun weekend movie. Okay. This Light of Life thing is the reason to pull him. That is the reason to pull him if you need a reason. White Light Shelter. Kyle's attack increases by 10% at the start of battle. Kyle permanently gains 2 stacks of shelter, and all allies gain permanently 1 stack of frantic. Okay, so 10% increase in. Okay, fine. Kyle dons armor for 3 rounds, increases his block rate by 25%. Ocean Master. He then bombards the enemy with the lowest HP percentage, causing superpower damage for 360% of his attack. Damage increases to 405% if Kyle has 4 stacks or more of Frantic Zatanna. When using Bombard of the Stars, he instead constructs a mechanized armor to attack, increases his critical damage by 20%. That's where this mechanized armor crap came from over here. Okay. Damage increases to 450%. All right. I'm gonna have to Google these. But I don't think it's Silver Streak. I think it's Hear No Evil, See No Evil. Because I remember one of them being blind. Okay, guys, here's the question. Do I need to do a PSA saying, like, yo, don't pull for Kyle Rayner because the Hal Jordan banner is probably going to come? This is the question I have. Genuinely. I don't know. I do know. I just don't feel like doing it. All right. Okay. Let's do it. Let's try to be in a positive mood. I'm not going to rant. It's funny. We was just talking about him the other day. People would say, we devs. All right, we're going to try. Let me transition. I'm going to try to do a quick video that I can put out immediately after I end this stream, because he's going to be released now. So I'd have to literally do it and then release it in the next hour. So we'll keep it quick. We'll keep it short and simple, short and sweet. So let's do that. We'll come over here. Is there anything else? All right, so he's available in 7 hours. So coming in 3, 2. Okay, so I've gone on my little rant on my stream about the lack of communication from DC Worlds Collide when it comes to new characters. I'm not doing that here. That's fine. If you want to go see it, go. If you want to tell me I'm wrong, I don't care how you feel. Anyway, Kyle Rayner, I'm here to say I've read through his kit. He has potential to be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. However, I would say you probably shouldn't pull for him yet. Yes, that's clickbait. That's clickbaity. I know. I even did it in the title. I know. Just watch the video. So, all right. Coming in 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Greg here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, I'm going to try to be fast when I say this because I want to release this video today. And as you guys know, I'm quite a loquacious individual, so guess what? Me making short videos is very difficult. Why am I saying you shouldn't pull for Kyle Rayner? I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not saying that he's bad. One, they never gave us an opportunity to really plan for him. So that's kind of my come on guys, for real. Number 2, I have had several people ask about when is it going to be a new Hal Jordan banner? When is it going to be a Hal Jordan banner? When is it going to be a Hal Jordan banner? I don't know. They don't tell nobody nothing. I don't know. However, if we're going by patterns and trying to guess what they're going to do, this Kyle Rayner thing happened just like Aquaman. We got no announcement, no news. In fact, they even screwed up the release of the thing and had it all buggy, right? He's coming out in 7 hours as of recording of this. Hopefully I'll have this out by the time he's at 5 hours. The reason why I'm saying don't pull for him now is that basically when they did the Aquaman thing, they put another legendary banner within that. If I the chat and I were going through it, and I believe it was Cyborg. I'm not about to go back through all my streams and check when that happened. It's fine. All right. But they put another legendary within that whole time span of Aquaman. Pulled for Aquaman, you didn't pull for the other legendary. It is my assertion, my thought process. That's why Hal Jordan is up. They don't announce Kyle Rayner. They put out Kyle Rayner. If you want Hal Jordan, I am going to assume, I could be wrong. I'm going very wrong. I could be very, very wrong. I'm going to assume that because of their patterns of putting out these legendaries and then having another legendary in the middle that comes out 2 days after the initial legendary, which is just basically an incompetent cash grab, that what they're going to try to do is Kyle Rayner comes out. He's out for 2 days, even though he has 1 week that you can pull for him. And then after 2-3 days, they're going to put Hal Jordan out and say, oh, you can pull for Hal Jordan on this featured banner. That's what I'm assuming. So even if I am wrong, what they're going to do is put out Kyle Rayner. He'll have one of those milestones where it's pull one featured recruitment thing, and then you'll fulfill that little thing. So you'll have a lantern or something. It's probably gonna be some kind of white lantern or anything. They're gonna say pull one featured, and that'll be one of the goals for the day from one of your daily goals that you need to do. Okay, do that part. Go ahead and hit that little mission, tick that box, get that little bitty reward that you're gonna get that you're gonna use in the shop later. Fine, cool, do that. However, doing a massive pull of 10 at a time, which I will be doing tomorrow, but I already have Hal Jordan. If you want Hal Jordan, I would say just hold off on a minute. Just wait a minute. Give it 3-4 days. If the event is 7 days long, just for the last 2 days of the event, that's when you pull for Kyle Rayner, just to see if they do put another legendary right in the middle of Kyle Rayner coming out. Okay? That is why I would say just hold off. If you really, really want Kyle Rayner, you already have Hal Jordan, or you don't care whether you get Hal Jordan or not over Kyle Rayner, do your thing. Knock them all out same day or over the course of 2 days. Do the 5 future recruitments, because that's going to be another condition in that whole to-do list that they give you during legendary event releases. Do that. Have fun. Knock yourself out. However, if you're looking for Hal Jordan, or you want to get to Hal Jordan and you're waiting for that featured banner, I would say just pause on your super encrypted tokens. Use just enough to get the milestone that you need for that day. The 1 token or the 5 if you want. It's up to you. Use just enough to get that milestone, and then just wait 3-4 days and see if they're going to put out a Hal Jordan banner. If they do, pull for your Hal Jordan then. If they don't, or you don't care, go ahead and pull for it now. It's cool. However, not a big difference if you pull from the day of or 5 days later. So let's go ahead and go into Kyle Rayner's kit. Despite my frustration with this whole situation, there is one ability that I think is basically making him golden. And I do hope I get him, but I'm not reaching into my wallet for it. We won't talk about why. If you want to know why, check out the stream. Check out the replay of the stream. It's on my YouTube channel. All right, so strikes at an enemy, dealing 85% of attack as superpower damage on Sparks of Fear. Superpower damage. Hey kids, what do we think of when we think of superpower damage? Mr. Terrific, that's right. Damage increased to 95%. Kyle receives 1 stack of Frantic for 2 rounds. Frantic duration increases to 3 rounds. So basically he's going to keep about 2 Frantics on him throughout the battle until you get to here, and then you'll have 3. So the Frantic will give you, excuse me, 10% extra crit rate. So just bear that in mind. He definitely wants to crit. Next, on counter defense. If an enemy target's HP is lower than 50%, increase damage by 15%. Cool. These are the passive abilities. Very much like how Jordan, he has like 1 basic, he has an ultimate, and then the rest are passives. When Kyle defeats an enemy, he permanently gains 10% crit damage, not crit rate, crit damage. You're doing extra damage. Up to a maximum of 30%. I said that repeatedly because I was reading crit rate the whole time. So that's me being dumb. I'm sorry I'm putting that on you. I don't mean to put that evil on you. Additional damage increased to 20%. And that's this damage up here. So the damage by 15 is increased to 20%. If Kyle uses his mechanized armor, which is part of his ultimate, so just bear with me. Mechanized armor construct to defeat an enemy. It will cause superpower damage to all enemies equal to 40% of excess damage. Now, additional damage is increased to 20%. We got that. If Kyle Rayner uses his construct, cool. It will cause superpower damage. 40% of the excess damage makes me think, when you overkill and there's like a bunch of extra damage that's been done, 40% of that extra damage will then be spread out to the rest of the enemies. So that's how I'm looking at it. We'll see if I do get him. Next, Light of Life. When other allies land a critical using a basic or advanced attack on their turn, Kyle heals HP equal to 50% of his attack. This is awesome. However, 50% of attack makes you want to put attack on him. However, he does sound like he wants to crit, but at the same time, he does give himself a lot of things like the Frantic, like the increased crit rate when an enemy passes. Why am I acting like we're about to go to like I just got a death notice and we got to go to a funeral. And advances his progress on the action bar by 6%. I love everything about this. Healing for 50%, action bar by 6%. Problem is, do you want to put him in crit to help him crit, or do you want to put him in attack so that heal goes up a little bit higher? I'm always partial to heals, but I think I want to put him in crit. We'll see. Increases heals to 65%, increases action bar progress by 8%, increases healing to 80%, increased action bar by 10%. So this just goes up progressively, and it seems pretty awesome. I do like it. Next, White Light Shelter. Kyle's attack increases by 10% at the start of battle. Kyle permanently gains 2 stacks of Shelter, and all allies will permanently gain 1 stack of Frantic. So all allies will immediately get an extra 10% in crit based off this Frantic. And then Shelter, if I'm not mistaken, it reduces incoming damage by 50%. It says 2 stacks, which cannot be that 100% of damage isn't going to happen because it says permanently gain. So I'm thinking that means like 50%, then 50% of the 50%, making him very tanky and pretty hard to take down. But we will see how this works when it comes out. But it seems like he is a nice healer, very support heavy, but he is DPS and he does want to crit. So I like the heavy damage critting. Also coupled with the heals. Kyle dons armor for 3 rounds. Increases his block rate by 25%. He then bombards the enemy with the lowest HP percentage, causing superpower damage equal to 360%. So this makes me lean towards putting him first in the ultimate order, so he immediately puts on his armor. And then for 3 rounds, he's going to have increased block rate. Block rate. Come on, kids. Ocean Master. There you go. All right. And then causes superpower damage 360%. Damage increased to 405%. Who gives us stacks of frantic? Zatanna, there we go. When I don't know why I'm doing this whole like it's okay, I can't say that part on the internet, but I don't know why I'm doing this whole teacher voice thing. I need to stop. It's certain Instagram videos that someone is sending me. You know who you are. There's certain Instagram videos that someone's sending me. Now it has me talking in a teacher voice. He instead constructs a mechanized armor to attack, increases his critical damage by 20%. So he's going to do increased damage for 405%. And if he gets a bunch of frantic, I'm thinking of Zatanna right now, and she does give extra crit, a total of 5 to the character with the highest attack. That then means that maybe I should build attack over crit on him. So that way I can kind of ensure that he has more attack than anybody else and get those extra frantics. So then he'll get an increase of crit damage by 20%. There's a bit of a conundrum. there. And the damage increased to 450%. So that is his kit so far. I do like it. I don't like how it's presented, or at least I don't like how his release was presented. But I do like his kit, so I will pull for him. Hopefully I get him. I'm not reaching into any coffers for him. It is what it is. And I'm not going to go into that rant. If you want that rant, check out the on-demand stream. It's always available on YouTube. So there's that. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna try to release this as fast as possible. So if it's just terrible editing, I'm not gonna edit it. I'm just gonna drop it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I'll see you next time. Yo, there we go. Yo, can you tell I just behave differently in the evening, man? I'm tired. Oh, Jesus. Yo. Don't you just love no communication? Yes, fantastic. It makes me feel great. Not like every single relationship on the planet, friendship, marriage, and otherwise, isn't made better by communication. Whatever, dog. Anyway. So there's Kyle Rayner. And I should have put out that video like prontito. I'll do another 30 minutes and I'll put it out. So yeah, there's Kyle Rayner. And then what was the other thing I said I was going to do today? Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Because there was something else that, the new artifact. I'm not doing a video for this damn lame ass artifact. I'm sorry. Oh, they gave us a letter in brightest day. What's up, Amir? Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this, right? We get the announcement for him after they release a buggy. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. I just read all this crap. Torchbearer's badge info. Kyle gains 10% attack, 10% block amount when the wearer has blah, blah, whatever, who cares? Details. So increased chance to obtain Kyle Rayner on November 20th, tomorrow, in the event Mother Box. Within 150 recruitments, at least one legendary character is guaranteed. Whenever you earn a legendary character in the event box, that character has a 100% chance to be White Lantern Kyle Rayner. This is a limited time recruitment and is available until... Y'all didn't even get this part right. So he comes out on November 20th and it's available until November 20th. That's the right number, right? Sometime after the event, White Lantern comes. Maybe they figure there's no one left playing it to tell. That's pretty funny. Oh my God. And this is the thing. Typos friggin' happen, but when you do these random, blatant cash grabs, then every mistake you make gets magnified and we jump on it. So then his event lasts one day? Woosa, woosa, Woosah, woosah, woosah. Yeah, everyone's crazy. Maybe I'm the one that's insane. All right. Okay. All right. The event starts on November 20th and it ends November 20th. So I guess that whole advice I gave to you. What's up, Dakai? How you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. So I guess my advice to wait for the event, 3-4 days to see if Kyle Rayner comes out is terrible because the event's going to last 24 hours. Good thing they told us 6 hours before the event starts. Oh, sorry, 7 hours before the event starts. Oh my God. All right. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. And then this trash artifact. Keep it PG. This trash artifact. I'm not gonna waste you guys' time. I can't do a video on this. This puts out 2 stacks of poison when the bearer is hit. Damage amplification for the basic attack. Oh, sorry. Damage reduction for the basic attack if you get it to rank 3. Yeah, I know, right? I can't do it in the evenings because you'll notice in a minute how out of it I am. And I don't know if it's the event or if it's just I had a long day at work. I ain't got no patience for nothing right now. Because all of this stuff I just want to rip apart. I was not even this upset till I started reading it. Is this seduce? To who, to what, to why? Who's giving that out? Okay. I don't see White Lantern having anything about seducing his kid, so I guess I don't know. And then the HP increase, damage amplification for poisons by 10%. Whoop-de-doo. And then poison damage resistance. Wait, poison damage resistance? Why not just damage? Okay. HP increased to 45 or about 45,000. Poison damage. Why? Okay. Why is this an epic and not an elite? Whatever. Looks like legendaries mid-seasons are better than the main. Gale, that's a damn good point, though. That's a damn good point. Because of the legendaries. Okay, there's a fun topic we can go into. Good. All right. Let me woosah my way through the rest of it. That's a damn good point because I would take Aquaman over any of the other legendaries they put out. And then Kyle Rayner, we'll see how he performs. But I'm assuming he's going to be better than Swamp Thing, Peacemaker, or DCU. DCU was the better one. And they still, when he released, he was trash. And they had to buff him immediately. He got buffed within the first couple of weeks that he was released. It was terrible. So, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, no, it's not a problem, man. I hope you feel better, dog. I hope you feel better. I've been sick, if you can't tell. I still got this cough that I can't get rid of. I was supposed to go to Geneva this week for work, and I just had to keep telling my boss, maybe tomorrow. And then I was just like, it ain't going to be today. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, but I'm sick. I can't do it. All I'm doing is just coughing all the time. I'm surprised I haven't started coughing now. I spent all last night coughing. Anyway, so I now have enough. And this is the funny part too. I took Pandora to rank 10 yesterday, and there's no regrets behind that. But then this morning, after I took her rank 10, this morning I got enough frags to take Dr. Poison to rank 10. However, I have no elite frags to do it. BTW, the video, when you didn't look at damage after arena battles, you could have looked at the arena for the battle logs. Yo, thank you. Thank you. I forgot all about the damn battle logs. Forgot all about that noise. You are right, sir. I don't even know when the last time I attacked was. Challenge defense. So challenge. Yes, thank you. This doesn't... Oh, no, this was actually a pretty good battle. And we won. Yeah, okay, no, appreciate you. I need to do that more often. Thanks. Thank you. The new artifact is for Penguin. I put him on Swamp Thing because Swamp Thing needs the extra HP. But both of them give 1 stack of poison whenever they get touched. So... And honestly, probably should put it on Penguin because the first person who gets subbed off of the team, the poison team, is kind of Swamp Thing, unless I can put him in the back row. And if I'm putting him in the back row, I could put like Cheshire in the front row, depending on when her advanced attack happens, because of that whole immunity thing. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So let's go over here to Keystone. No, let's go over here to Metropolis and run this real fast. I don't know that I'll get any progress here, but we'll see. Why on earth is John Stewart in the back row? And do I not have any other? Nope, because Hal Jordan. But I'm not going to replace him with the tanks, albeit I could do this, take out OG and put in Hal. However, I don't know that Hal is going to do more damage because they're both old school characters. I don't know that Hal's going to do any more damage, or damage that'd be worth putting DCU in that position. But we'll see. We'll give it 2 shots. And this stays the same fight. I put the lower tier defense artifact on Swamp Thing, the only character that's direct. And that's the thing, that I had that lower tier defense artifact on him. The problem, or the reason why I removed it, was because even with it, his ultimate, which is based off of his defense, does no damage. Absolutely no damage. And it damn sure wasn't keeping him alive. So that's why I put that other artifact on him. I don't know. Maybe I'll switch it up. That artifact was I was looking forward to getting it, and it was such a massive disappointment. I was like, whatever, dog. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I've looked at it properly. I've like checked the different. I even had it on Cheshire for a minute because my thought process being if Cheshire gets hit, especially when she's in the shroud, and I have her running as an off tank, that she's giving them 2 poisons because Penguin and Swamp Thing already give out poisons when they get hit. Penguin when the umbrella's up, but still. So it's just kind of like, I put it on Swamp Thing. He puts out 3 poisons every time he gets touched. So it is what it is. Anyways, Kyle will be the off tank in me, Mr. Terrific, as he has permanent sturdy armor, probably replaces Guy. I was using Superman DCU as that side tank just because we actually won this, just because of the invulnerability, and he is pretty tanky. He's relatively tanky for a damage dealer, especially because, and as somebody put it, it wasn't me that was smart enough to say this, he has a tank kit, but has a DPS tag. So, and he does do the damage. That's why they boosted the damage before, because they still had him with like a tank's damage stats. So he wasn't doing much damage. They increased that. So now you have like a tanky DPS in DCU. So I run him next to Mr. Terrific in the front. But Kyle Rayner might go there. We'll see. We'll see when he shows up. Albeit I may want to run him in the back since he does so many heals. I don't know how much damage I want him to take, just so he can stay in the back and keep healing without worrying about him falling. But we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I don't know what my guarantee counter for my featured legendary is. My featured new legendaries is. I want to say it was at 70 something, but I doubt that. I'm not so sure. I have 45 super encrypted tokens now. So that was actually very good for us. We get heals. Are we going to get through this? Am I going to chapter 13 here in Convergence? I mean, I'm okay with it. Damn it, Poison Ivy. Stop that. Stop that now. And somebody hit Wonder Woman very hard, please. That wasn't hard enough, DCU. Oh, that was my Wonder Woman. Yay. Still wasn't hard enough. All right, cool. Thank you. But isn't Superman the main tank in that team? It depends on the scenario. If I got a tactical across from him, then I will switch up roles and have Mr. Terrific as the main tank. And the thing is, and the other part of that is that Mr. Terrific as the main tank, he's just going to direct most of the damage just to the person who takes it the most. Yay for stuff. But yeah. So wait. What you're saying is you want Superman DCU as the main tank, and then have Kyle Rayner as the off tank, and then Mr. Terrific's on the back row. Is that what you're saying? Because that's awesome. I like that idea. If that's what you're saying, that's awesome. If you weren't saying that, then I just had an awesome idea. But yeah, no, that's okay. I didn't see it that way. So All right, so running this next. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, okay, no, that's an awesome idea then. That is a good idea. I was thinking too much because I keep Mr. Terrific in the front row, especially now with the Poison team. I'll run Poison Ivy, Dr. Poison, and Cheshire in the back row with DCU and Mr. Terrific in the front row. Get that superpower damage amplification for the poisons. DCU will remove whatever debuffs, including poisons, off of us and send them to the other side, especially the poisons. It's actually a lot of fun doing it that way. And then the back row is just a bunch of damage dealers who do work along with the secondary healers. So the heals from Dr. Poison and from Mr. Terrific when he does the whole cleanse thing. They work in Congress to help with survivability. And I cannot wait to get enough elite frags to take her up to rank 10, which will happen tomorrow, aka maybe 1 a.m. for me when reset happens. And I'll just pull all those. John Stewart is awesome. Get Mirror Master. I can't stand Mirror Master. That'll give me, I have 45 now of the super encrypted tokens. So 45 times 10 is 450 of them elites. Because we're going to go ahead and assume that I get, I don't know, one epic, so 440. Because that's how luck works. And then I doubt I'll get a Cal Rayner. So that will be that. We will end up with at least 400 elite frags. And then I'll use 300 of those to take Dr. Poison rank 10. And then whatever is left over for Cal Rayner. Why don't you just use Constantine and Pandora, no debuff on you? What do you mean? I just got Pandora done, and I don't like using Constantine. I use Constantine with Bride, Aquaman, Pandora, and then who's the other one? There's one other person that's in there for the heals. They're fun. It's just me. 1 a.m. reset for you. Yep, 4 p.m. for me. Damn you. No, by the time I wake up, everything is copacetic. And I get to run my numbers. And that's why a lot of times I can do it at first thing in the morning when I'm doing the stream, because then it's like I got everything I need to do. My day's reset. Against Poison, it could work. It could work. But I also like the idea of moving poisons back over using Mr. Terrific and then having Toxic Mist from Dr. Poison triggering all those poisons. And then, yay. I'm definitely not running Constantine with the Poison team. Definitely not. Unless I have a Sinestro running in there too. But then if I'm doing that, I might as well just do Raven, Sinestro, I don't know, Cheshire, Dr. Poison. Leave out Poison Ivy. However, right now, especially with the way I have them built, my Poison Ivy hits harder than my Sinestro. I need to fix his gear desperately, but pulling Hal Jordan then potentially, we'll see, potentially pulling Cal Rayner just keeps pushing Sinestro's gear lower and lower and lower. He is in some trash gear right now, and I need to fix it. But I need more attack bonus accessories and comms. So, bang, bang. We still made it through. Okay. I mean, level 301 has helped me out a lot. Damn, one of the requirements is going to be leveling up characters for that Cal Rayner event. Should be okay at 300s, in the 300s. With the new level link, it should be okay. We'll see. But now that I think about it, I need to be sure to have 101,000 titanium, and then I can get through 301.1 to 301.5, and that'll count as my 5 levels. So that's what we'll do. Oh, disdainful concentrate. Does this ever work? Do these bots that put this stuff up, I need to do the auto thing. Do these bots that put this stuff up, does anybody ever fall for it? Because it feels like you guys are just wasting your time. Anyway, I don't think those things work. And if you do buy into those, why do you think the best viewers come from a thing that doesn't even take the time to actually get to know you? How do you know they're the best viewers for me if you don't know what my viewers are watching? Anyway, so we're actually melting through Convergence right now. I'm still trying to like not be as it. I don't know why I got so triggered. I was fine with this all day today. Which characters do you want to see reworked in the next Brother Eye update the most? I don't want any of them to be reworked because I'm terrified. They did the last one right. But I'm terrified they're going to adjust a bunch of characters down and nerf them to try to force us to spend money. That's what I'm terrified of. This is me being dramatic and potentially hyperbolic. I don't trust them when it comes to this stuff anymore because of how terrible they are at communication. I genuinely do not trust them. We are really getting through this right now. But the thing is like the characters in the game, I don't really give a damn about them reworking. I want things like Catwoman being an epic, Harley Quinn being an epic, put Joker in the game. I want stuff like that. Reworking the existing characters, the population isn't even big enough to be doing all these damn reworks of existing characters. That's just like either devaluing or overvaluing characters in the game already to help try to push us to spend more money. And I don't give a damn about that stuff. I almost cursed really bad there. But focus on the character, putting more of the characters into the game as opposed to like making little tweaks to them now. You've done a good job with the last one. The last one was really, 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 really good. Stop trying to make Vixen a thing. Stop trying to make Bizarro a thing for now. Put in those main characters like Shazam, Black Adam, Joker, a better Harley Quinn and better Catwoman. Somebody give me some other stuff. Like give us those main characters that we want in the game, expand the population, and then start the reworks. Most games don't start doing reworks of characters until like 2 years into the game because of power creep. The way you guys are doing this stuff right now is that the characters are coming out so strong that you're having to do these reworks because you've accelerated power creep to like a stupid amount. Okay. Let me stop. Power creep should not be a thing that happens every 2 to 3 months. That's all. It should be a thing that happens slowly over the course of a year. But as it stands right now, the way power creep is working in this game, I don't even use Vigilante or Guy Gardner, not for real. They aren't necessities whatsoever. DCU is even... No. Okay, that's being dramatic. I do use DCU a fair amount. I do. Peacemaker I don't use anymore at all. I can't justify any kind of the gear that I have on Peacemaker right now. I do not use him as a tank. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't give a damn about the reworks. Like, fix the other stuff in the game before you start trying to keep reworking the characters we have so you can try to get more money out of us. Oh no, Jon Stewart, what happened? We were doing so good. Oh no. All right, well, I guess that's the end of my Convergence. Honestly, why am I sitting here through this? I could have just ended this by now. What am I doing? So forfeit, we dip. So now I should have a good bit of gold. Mr. Freeze, Clayface, Joker, Firefly, and Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon would be funny. But like, Mr. Freeze is in the game. They're not going to change him from an elite to an epic. They don't do that stuff. Clayface, same thing. Joker needs to be in. Firefly, I like, but I don't know if I would want to put him in the game this early. And Commissioner Gordon, he should be the one giving us instructions during like digital universes and stuff. I don't know if I would put in, unless you're talking about Commissioner Gordon for that, what was it, New 52 run of Batman, where he ended up being Batman for like a volume that I still haven't read yet. Maybe that Commissioner Gordon, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and gather these. She can build a whole team around him. Yeah, like the Shazam family. And like get more of the notable characters in as opposed to reworking the characters that are already there. But yeah, doctor's orders because these matter not at all. I can't spend them, so no diamonds for me. So many Superman villains not in. Oh yeah, Brainiac, Darkseid. What's that boy's name? The guy who was from New Genesis who got traded the babies and is the son of Darkseid, but Darkseid never accepted him because he came from New Genesis. What the hell is that guy's name? Him. Metallo. I did that whole top 10 characters I want in the game. Not one of them is in there still, but I mean, granted, come on, what am I expecting from them? Even like even at a reasonable level of what they're doing and the work they're doing, I can't expect them to do that stuff. I can't expect them to do that stuff. Zod at Parasite, love Parasite. Zod has always been kind of, to me, I don't know. I've never been a fan of Zod, even in that whole Superman movie, Man of Steel, which by the way, completely turned me off to that whole thing. But I don't know, Zod from the old 1970s movies was all right. Orion, nope. Orion was the one that went to New Genesis from Apocalypse. Orion was actually Darkseid's son. I'm talking about the other one because they exchanged the infants. Orion is over there at New Genesis. Who was the one that went over to Apocalypse? Right? Right. Yeah. Orion has the helmet. I can't remember the one who went. Does his name begin with a G? Damn, I'm a nerd. Does his name begin with a G? What is it? That's going to drive me crazy all day. All right. Oh, what's up, Sickasil? Sorry, didn't say hi. And then hi to Drew Blue. Hi to you guys. I'm going to run for another, let's say 15 minutes, and then I'm going to get out of here. Because I want to go play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, even though I've already finished that game. That game is fun. And they don't lie to me about stuff being released. Oracle. Here's a question though, and I mean this genuinely. Hold on, let me go ahead and put something up right here, just so we can have a little bit of fun about this discussion. Evil Falls, nope. Crisis Watch, no. Convergence, we did a lot of that. I could be upgrading gear with this gold, actually. So we can go ahead and pop off on this discussion as well. Mr. Miracle, Scott Free. I'm not even Big Barda. But Big Barda, the love for Big Barda is a DCL thing. It's a DC Legends thing. That's where the love from Big Barda comes from. I gotta be real. Saint Walker, they could put in. I already said it. Saint Walker, Indigo One, Atrocitus, Bleeze. I love Bleeze's story. Bleeze's story is the best Lantern story. Larfleeze. They could be doing so much. Okay. Anyway. Apocalypse, Atrocitus, Morgan Freeman. Can y'all please put in Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox in this game? I will forgive you for everything. If we get a character model of Morgan Freeman's Lucius Fox, dog. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? I will forgive everything if you do that for me. Please do that for me. Here's a question, guys. When they put the Joker in the game, if they ever do you want to see like the Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill from Batman the Animated Series Joker, or do you want to see the Heath Ledger Joker? Which Joker do you want to see? Based on the artifacts you see plans for many characters, how are you? Yo, Argent, you gotta give me more than that, because from what I'm seeing, it looks like the game is gonna die. Give me more. Fun fact: Batman is the only epic that has a special one day. Yeah, he is, because he came from the old developers. The old developers of the game. All those people who have all the ones who have the cutscenes. Like if you notice, new legendaries, no cutscenes at all, because they were doing that with the old development team 2-3 years ago. And they had to do one for Batman. People would have lost their ish. If you make Batman an epic and he don't get a cutscene, you can go to hell. You can go straight to hell. I haven't even played with Hal Jordan that much. So, well, actually, let's check Hal Jordan's gear right now. So you would say Mark Hamill Joker? The kid in me is agreeing with you 100%. Him or the Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill Joker, they're not the same. And Mark Hamill over Jack Nicholson, sorry, true. Just like Kevin Conroy, best Batman, true. But I love the Heath Ledger one, though. The Heath Ledger one was what's up. I do like him, but I don't know. I'm trying to be fair, but the kid me right now is cheering for you. Yes, definitely. What are we even talking about? The Mark Hamill Joker for sure. Armor piercing here, maybe not. Strengthen. Oh, I got 46 of them things. 16. And then we have armor piercing. Okay, so we'll hold on that for a minute. It felt like there was somebody else that I wanted to do gear for. And I wrote it down, didn't I? Or no, did I forget? Oh, nope. Or did I already do it? Oh yeah, it was the HP piece for it was an HP piece for Raven. So we're gonna scoot through this real fast. Oh, yeah, love his version too, but man, I watched Bats again, and my God, it is, and I need to watch Batman the Animated Series. I haven't watched it in I watched episodes here and there, but I used to have like a once a year I would watch it, and then Previous Relationship, not even in a bad way, not in a bad way, but just didn't get around to it. That might need to happen soon. I still got like Kaiju number 8 and a bunch of My Hero Academia I haven't gone through yet. But yeah, I need to watch that again. Mark Hamill fits this game too. Yeah, damn it, that's a very good point. His whole style fits this game. Cause I was thinking like I can envision what Mark Hamill, Jack Nicholson Joker looks like, hat and everything in this game. I can't picture it with, I can kind of picture it with Heath Ledger's Joker. I can kind of picture it, but his is gritty and realistic, and this has a very like cartoon cross between The Incredibles and comic books vibe to it. And so, yeah, Megarod belongs to Big Barda. Throne belongs to Black Adam. That's true. And they do have Black Adam character models that we've seen. Heath Ledger with the tongue. Yeah. But I mean, but to be fair, Demelion, which I know I'm saying your name wrong, he brings up the point like the Mark Hamill version does fit better than the Heath Ledger version. That's just the truth. See this crap gear that I have on Sinestro right now? Let's see if we can replace this with any kind of attack bonus gear. Maybe even crit, but I don't know if I want to do crit on him. Attack bonus. Do we have anything? Probably not. All right, so there's crit there on that attack. I could just put some like regular attack on him, but I don't feel like it. That normal. Let's go down to epic ones. I need to get rid of a lot of this gear. Yeah, epic ones, no attack bonus. Harley Quinn, what are you doing with this crit piece, lady? And then the attack bonus here. And that's the thing. I'm not willing to remove this off. Batman, no. Ocean Master, no. Dark, none of these people are giving this up. I mean, maybe Deathstroke. Maybe Deathstroke. What is Deathstroke's accessory? Let's go there real quick. Hey, stop that. Where you at? Who you with? I think Deathstroke's accessory is crit, which I've wanted to remove that from Deathstroke as well. I think it is. Where are you, bro? Let's get over here. Let's do it this way then. Yeah, Deathstroke. Deathstroke has Mega Rod too. Yeah, he has crit. I don't know if crit is smart to be on him right now. It might be smart. But you need Deathstroke for friggin' Lex in them. Anyone but the Gangster Joker from DCL. Yeah, keep that trash. Keep Jared Leto out of our game. We'll just say that. I'll uninstall the game, no kidding. I can tell you this. Yeah, I do live in Switzerland. I live in Zurich. I can tell you this, though. And I'm proud of it. And I would show you guys the video right now if it wasn't on a hard drive over there. That entire DCL thing where they had that Jared, the homie Stevie calls him the Juggalo Joker. Like that entire bit that they had with him. I played that game. I took multiple characters, tons of characters, RB5. I did not invest one thing in that Joker. Not one thing. He was still barefoot when that game died. Not a thing went to him at all. And I'm proud of that. You ain't gonna do that to me. And I will say this, I'm not even mad at Jared Leto. He tried to be different, but sometimes we try different stuff and it's terrible. Sometimes it's just bad. Sometimes it's bad. You tried. Cool. I respect the fact that you tried. It was trash. It is what it is. Sometimes you swing and you miss. All right, so this is just regular old HP. Who? There was somebody else. It wasn't him. And is there any way for me to make Swamp Thing better? I could increase this to make him tankier. All HP bonus. See the stuff I have on Peacemaker now? He is not 3 months old. And he's already been stripped of all the gear, and I have no desire to use him. Crit and attack bonus. Okay. All right. I think that's going to be it. Nerd rage is real. You're 100% right, it's real. Damn right, it's real. What is your ideal block team composition? And do you like Kyle? Do you think Kyle will be viable in that in the team? Yeah, 100%. Because of the whole block rate increase, that's why you would put him first in the ultimate order. You would put Ocean Master second, and then whoever after the fact. Because he would have increased block. The problem is I think I would only put one block set on him, and then the rest would be attack. I don't think I'm going to put crit because he seems to get crit himself. I might put a attack accessory that has crit on it on him to give him extra crit like that. But in Switzerland, no. You can talk about southern Italy. You can talk about southern Spain. You can talk about Turkey. You can talk about Albania. Low-key Albania. But no, the I shouldn't even be saying this because, well, anyway, no, in Switzerland, nah. All the ladies that are attractive in Switzerland are imports like myself. We are not born of this country. We came to this country. Oh, being funny. Sorry, being funny, but real. Anyway. Let me stop before you get me in trouble. Let me stop before you get me in trouble, dog. But no, that is not where okay. No joke, no lie. I'm not kidding. I am divorced now. But when I met my ex-wife in the US and then we moved to Switzerland, the first thing I said, damn, they're not gonna like this. And I do love Switzerland. I do love living here. The first thing I said to my homeboys back home is I was like, damn it, if she was worried about me being faithful, she doesn't have to in this country. First words out my mouth. First words out my mouth. First thing I said was like, nah, I'm not that dude anyway. I was gonna be faithful, but damn it, there was no temptation. Go to southern Italy. Go to Turkey. Go to southern Spain. South, there's a theme there. Portugal, low key. Like I said, Albania, low key. Serbian, they crazy, but Croatia, Estonia for real. Marrakesh. There's a sneaky champion in Marrakesh. Morocco. Oh, where did my homegirl tell me? Oh, Monaco. Norway, no. Norway is no. Netherlands is no. No. Oh, no, let me be fair. No, Netherlands is still no. Okay, let me stop. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. I guess this all depends on your type. And I'm not going to say what my type is here because, well, she won't see this, but I'm not necessary. And to be fair, she ain't dating her type right now either. We're dating each other, and in terms of aesthetics, neither one of us is each other's type. So I'm not a fan of tall blondes. That's not my go-to. And I'm dating a tall blonde right now. My go-to is more Mediterranean and Latin America. My bad. And to be fair, her type is also Latin American. y'all gonna get me in trouble on YouTube. Why do I have all this HP? Oh, because he's running as a tank. All right, cool. All right, so let me focus on this game. Y'all getting me in trouble. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Thankfully, she said she was gonna watch my streams at some point, and I was like, there's no need for you to do that. It's just gonna be boring to you. It's just a guy nerding out over a video game. You don't need that noise in your life. I want you to still think I'm sexy. Don't watch this. Attack bonus on him. Plus, see this, I might regret putting the signature on it. But he does need HP for his shields. I think I did that right. I think what I'm gonna have to do is, and this is only epic to this. Oh, I just replaced this. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go back and then work on either the Hal Jordan, Deathstroke, or Sinestro. Deathstroke, I think, is in a good way right now. 10, so we're looking at 21% extra attack. I'm not going to remove that stuff. Sinestro, he has flat attack. If I'm going to use flat attack, then I need to use Epic 3, I think. I need to use Epic 3 here if I want to continue to use him. And then Hal Jordan, he has crit and he has attack bonus. Now, here's the argument, and you guys may not like this, after given what we're talking about. We'll get you in trouble later. Here's the funny part, too. The lady I'm dating, she's really cool. So, like, the funniest part about this is I'm going to send her a clip of this, and she's going to laugh and be like, so true. So, yeah, she's British. They get my sense of humor. Anyway, so, also, British. My lady, notwithstanding, very easy to be faithful in that country. Let me stop. But you can Google it. There was actually an article written about that. That got sent around my job back when I worked at UBS. It was hilarious. And then somebody from the States got offended. All the Brits that I work with laughed because it was an article saying that the ugliest people in the world came from the UK. And every UK person I sent that to died laughing and thought it was hilarious. It ended up making it across the ocean to UBS, and I think it was like New York, and somebody told HR. Now, granted, it was sent to me, but then somebody was like, this is inappropriate. And it was like, Americans always doing the most, man. We was just joking. Every British person across the sea where I'm at was like, this is funny as hell. And then it went to the States, and then they were like, this is hurtful. Like, no, it's a stupid ass article on the internet. Chill out. Anyway. Brits have a pretty good self-deprecating sense of humor, so it's fun. I can make fun of them and they're cool with it. Most of them. I'm sure there's a few Karens in the US too, or in the UK too, cracking me up while playing DC Worlds Collide. I'm just telling the truth, dog. I'm just telling the truth. And that was the funny part too. Even she said it. We were talking about it today because she's going to go to the UK for Christmas. And she looked at me, she's like, you don't have to worry about me cheating. British men are ugly. And I just died laughing. I was like, dang, like we're not even like together like that. But she was like, no, don't like alligator snaggletooths. Chill out. There's not even that. Okay, this is the thing, and it's the truth because I got my second master's degree this summer. I finished it, and I went to go to my graduation. I got it from Sunderland in the UK, and I went. And Sunderland is the northern UK, and or northern England. And Northern England, for you guys who don't know, is very much like the South in the U.S. I was told that multiple times by the Brits. They were like, your equivalent, like your New York and North is more like our South, and our South is like more like your North, and then vice versa. Your North, their North is like Alabama, Mississippi. I kid you not. I got there, same. Exactly this. I'm from Auburn, Alabama. I felt like I was walking through a Walmart outside. Same. Only difference was the accents. Everything else was the same. I literally took a video of a mall and sent it to my sister. And I was like, tell me I'm not in Florida right now. And she just, and all my sister went back and was like, whoa. Same. People and everything. Clothes. It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Anyway, same. It was scary. I thought I stepped through a damn portal. It felt like the start of Stranger Things. It was weird. I was in the upside down. That was crazy. Let me go ahead and do this. Why not? I'm over here talking all this trash. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. That'll be fun. And then maybe we can run Hal Jordan a little bit. I still need, oh, I have, no, I'm going to go ahead and do that later. We'll do that later. The next step is to get Dr. Poison, enough elites so that we can go ahead and rank her up. Yeah. Okay. So 175 is what's left. Okay, guys. I said 15 more minutes. That's been about 20. So I am going to go call it a day. It is 6:45 right now, 7. I've put in a lot of hours at work, and I'm so sure I have a message from my boss right now. Oh. Sorry, boss. Oh, wait. No, we're good. Yay. I'm not going back to work. All right. So, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all had me cracking up. Y'all are nuts. Oh, I need to release the video for Kyle Rayner. I need to release that Kyle Rayner video. Oh, that's a problem. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you.